Right. It's been over a week since my last update. I'm sorry. I had recorded an update. I will be adding it onto this, but there was something I was waiting for, an update I was waiting for, and it will end there where I'm saying we haven't received any marks. Well, we got marks, but I still don't know the way forward, so I can't tell you that part. But anyway, so here I am. It's been a week, over 2 weeks. My ankylosing spondylitis is worse. It's more painful, more, I'm staying awake more, and when I'm not awake, my nightmares are horrific. Things like I'm dreaming that a truck has crushed my car against a mountain, and it turns out it's my chest when I wake up. So in my dream, it's like my chest has been ribbed. My ribs have been squeezed badly by this accident, but when I wake up, it's my actual ribs, and that's the thing. It's a thing. It's a researched thing that pain shows itself either in nightmares or in pain, dreams of pain, and you're dreaming of the pain in the same place, or both, a nightmare of pain in the same exact area, and you wake up and it is indeed that area. So things have not been great there. It's the usual, the usual. There's been no, yay, the Cosentex is now working. I'm getting worse, and my Apple Watch, my phone, says the same thing. I'm limping more. It's saying so too. So yeah, that's where AS is. More tired, more fatigued, more pain, and nothing changes. No, it's not less work. So yeah, that's where we are with my stupid health. And my children are still the same. Thankfully, nothing bad has happened, nothing terrible. Yeah, nothing terrible. And that is a good thing. No broken bones, no terrible infections. It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. And there are the typical mommy moments that all parents go through that have nothing to do with autism. It's just children mishearing things, misquoting things. It's that kind of stuff that makes every mom or auntie who's there giggle. So I've been teaching the children to memorize 163 in that Adventist hymnal, SDAH. Alas, and did my Savior bleed? So there's a verse that says, was it for crimes that I have done? He suffered on the tree. Now, my girl wakes up this morning and she sees me, my 5-year-old Nene. She sees me and she's jumping up and down. Mommy, mommy, I was singing. And then she launched into the whole song. Alas, and did. And she's jumping up and down and she's so proud of herself. My Savior bleed. And then she gets to that part. Was it for crime that I have done? He suffered on the street. Suffered on a tree. Suffered on the street. She knows street, she knows tree. I don't know how it works. And the irony is, it's not that I just sang it. I even explained why the line says suffered on a tree. And we played it twice for her. I explained that it's tree because a cross was made of wood and a wood comes from a tree. So it's not just that she's heard it once, but he suffered on the street. And I'm sure the angels themselves had a little giggle. She said she sang it at night when she couldn't sleep, and then she fell asleep again. So she's happy. She's happy. And that is good. Everything else, we've gone up with medication. It might be in the other video that I shot last week, so I won't go talking about that. It has made an impact on her mood. Unfortunately, our non-speaking girl, it's almost like she's stopped. There is no extra word thus far. It's a bit scary that there's nothing new. But stable is also good. Stable is good. I mean, there are people with Rett syndrome, where it actually gets worse and worse. They regress more and more. That is scary. So yeah, I guess it could be worse. But it's still sad when your child is like just stuck, especially when they're stuck where we can't understand each other. So she will now pull us and want car any time of the day. even though they will go for a ride at the usual time, she wants it earlier and she wants it now, and she gets upset. It's already a bit harder in a way. It's actually gotten a bit harder. Yes, it's a bit worse these days with her, but we keep on hoping, keep on hoping. We can't give up. We keep on teaching and giving her words, because speech is her thing. Giving her speech. She's still violent. She still wants to hit me. She still pushes me. She still pulls my hair. But she's still also cuddly. She wants more hugs these days. It wasn't a thing that was hers. She wasn't a hugger. But now she comes in for the hug. She also comes in backwards. You must cuddle her, and she's leaning back into you. So there are those happy moments, and they contrast so much when she's now angry and hurting you. We had a horrible Saturday. She had just had one of those days where she has a few where she's just waking up and already just angry, and she will scream for minutes and minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, that kind. This time, again, it was for something that we can't fix, something we can't do, rather, the impossible that I have mentioned many times before. She wanted to we have this rocking thing for occupational therapy to strengthen the children's core. It's a board kind of thing. And we had it for them to train them, and they need to step on each side, and then they go like that, balance like that. I'll show you a picture. And she wanted to put her toys on it and build on it, but it's curved, so it wasn't flat, but she wanted it to act like it's flat. And when the things kept sliding, she would get angry, and she screamed and she screamed and she screamed and screamed and screamed. The only solace I could get from the whole mess was that her siblings are now used to it. If I remember correctly, her brother had his headphones on, my 9-year-old son. He usually puts on his headphones when anyone is crying, any of the twins. But yeah, I don't remember if he was there. But the girls, my 10-year-old and the twin, they were just close to her where she was in the playroom, and they're just playing like it's nothing. They weren't bothered. They're used to it. They are used to screaming that just goes on and on and on, and it's loud. It's sad, but okay, it's good. At least they're not, because her twin, used to really be upset, like worried, like we need to fix her in that sense. But now she knows there's no fixing. She doesn't understand. So when I went out to go and see if I can help, she came to me, Mommy, Rio's got a little problem. I was thinking, it doesn't sound like a little problem. It's quite big for her. She's got a little problem. She's trying to build a tower. Come, let me show you. Come see. So it is what it is. I don't know what it will mean to her as she gets older and she understands more. I don't know. I've never been this twin of a child who can't communicate, can't understand, can't reason. I don't know how it is. Maybe I should find, are there any other twins who are siblings like this? And the other nice thing is today, she came as always. Mommy, come see. There's something I'm really happy about. So I went out with her, and on the table they had made their little art. So it turned out my little 5-year-old, had asked her sister Amarissa to make her a heart, to make bread, but make it into a heart shape. So Amarissa didn't quite figure it out and get it right. And so then my little girl started crying because she was so disappointed that it wasn't the heart shape she wanted. So then, to calm her down and soothe her feelings, my girl then decided, I'll change it around and I'll make this. And she made a bunny out of the bread. I was so proud of her. I'm proud of her. I like her creativity, her imagination. I hope she never loses it. And I wish and hope we can find a school or a learning center that focuses on that and uses her strengths and ignores the things she will never be able to do, like the maths, so that she can thrive and grow and flourish. That would be nice. So here we are with the other update that I did last week. Before I begin, I've got a serious question. Okay, maybe I'll end with it. I'll end with it because it's really serious and saddening. So I'll end with it. Let's do the the life and times of our happy home. Clothing. I've mentioned clothing before. You need to join these groups. If you are sick and your treatment is not working, you need to join these groups. You will find that you're actually not alone. I have mentioned clothing before and how uncomfortable I am. And when I'm at home, I limit even any waistbands, if that, I'm hoping you catch the hint. But those are uncomfortable. And I feel weird saying that I don't want to wear my leggings, they're uncomfortable. I don't want to wear this that goes up my legs, it's uncomfortable. I don't like wearing my petticoats. Have you noticed how see-through clothing is and how many people don't care? I'm from the old school. I grew up with parents, mothers, aunts who wore petticoats so that you can't see through the clothing. So I wear a petticoat to make sure no one can see through my clothing. No shadow, nothing suggestive. So I can't stand it though. I can't. And it's not abnormal. Many of us AS people, or rather, not too few, not a few of us, cannot stand waistbands, underpants, panties, whatever it is. It's painful. So that's just one of those things that I just figured I should share with you in case you're one of those who, like us, is suffering, even though you have a rheumatologist and you're supposedly on the way to feeling better, even though you've tried all the natural stuff and nothing is working. This is one of those things that's normal. I said, I'm going to laugh. Okay, my daughter made a windmill. I knew it was a windmill because of the shape, but also because she stood up and said, meal, meal. So I could tell it definitely is a windmill. It's a blessing and a curse. The few words she says, some of them we don't understand. Sometimes when she regurgitates or echoes something she's heard before, we have no clue what it is because we don't understand her. Her pronunciation is not, it's not good. She would need speech therapy if she were able, just to, formulate her words better. But it was so sweet that she said mill, or tried to, and made it. She was so deliberate, and I'm thankful for those little moments. My girl is very funny. How there I am busy making all the tablets and standing there concentrating. All right, let me pour out my son's 3.5 tablets. And as I'm holding them in my hand, she just comes. Righty, Rio, my non-speaker, comes and pulls me, opens up the cupboard very deliberately, takes out the cornflakes, dumps them in, no, she puts them in my hand and wants me to make her cereal. There are 2 other people there who are not busy, but it's always mom. It's always mom. And that is something I'm grateful for. Mom, even if they don't say it, if they do feel mom is safety, mom is provider, I'm happy. Though the timing could sometimes be better. Dolls. I'm sorry, I wrote a list because I sometimes forget what I want to say. Dolls. I am grateful for dolls. Dolls. I thought all black children had no dolls. Or I thought it was one of those things that black people didn't have. Black children don't have dolls. Their parents don't think dolls are important, so they don't buy them. I was wrong. Actually, I know of 2 black young ladies, just probably 10 years younger than me, whose mothers and grandmothers did buy them dolls. So it's not a black thing. And I went to a rich white people's school. So all the children had My Little Pony. They had the Care Bears. They had Barbies galore, never a black one. And I had nothing. And it was a pain. It was heartache. When I got my first salary, my first and one and only salary from doing an advert on TV, I was 13, so I was still young. I bought a little pony. And I was so excited to be able to brush that pony's hair. It was a purple one. I don't know what it was called. But it's so lovely that as an adult, I can buy my children dolls. I can do for them things I never got. I can give them an enjoyment I never enjoyed. That is a blessing, a privilege. I'm thankful for that today.
Mommy, look!
I mean, Nana, what is there? Let's see what they
Look,
see.
a blue car over there.
Yes, there's a new car over there.
Haven't been full for very long.
Wow!
Wow! Interesting.
Is it interesting, my angel?
Oh, it's new.
It is new.
Wow! You'll see.
The people made it.
Yes, and then Daddy went and fetched it today.
And that's going to use car.
Yes, Ella and BK will use it when they go to university.
We got it.
And you get it too.
Which one?
He's gone to the dentist.
This be a friend.
Yes, this will be the friend of my car. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Oh.
This car was to be your friend. And him.
Wow!
Our first few meals was this.
It's very different to what I thought my first car would be. When actually, I knew I wouldn't have one in university at all.
They are different.
Even my girl loved it. She just lay there and looked at it and looked at it. She was happy. School is the same. It's the same. I had a little bit of a laugh. We tried to do rhyming with my daughter, my 5-year-old Nene, and it just wasn't happening. At the same time, one of their executive functioning workbooks, or one of the tips that the executive functioning, working memory book, one of the tips the working memory book gives for helping them with their brain function, cognitive thinking, and all of that is to do some rhyming. So I just sat there with them and it was just informal. Hey, let's rhyme cat. What rhymes with cat? They all kind of froze, all three of them, 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 5-year-old, and then I said bat. And then we made it into a game. Hat, pat, sat, cat. My girl was just lost. I did 3 different examples, different endings, log, frog, bog, dog, hog. And she just says to me, Mommy, I don't know what rhymes means. So sweet and innocent. She really didn't know. Later on, her sister, biggest sister, wrote down some words for her to read. And she read them all perfectly. Sheep, lion, like things that she's not doing in her current book, which is cat, mug, wet. But she read sheep, lion, slipper, rabbit. And she says to me, Mommy, I could read them. And they all rhyme. Yeah, we have to work on that a little bit. But we have worked on it. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Small little steps, small little steps. Things are okay. Things are fine. They could be better, but they could be worse. I'm grateful that the children are set, my teenagers, that somehow we've managed to pull it off. There are very few people who can find a way to fund 2 children going to university, college, and college is more expensive than university. And the accommodation, I don't know, actually I have no clue how it's going to work. So I've been telling my daughters, my children, all of them, that, hey, we don't have money. So we bought something. And my daughter says to me, but I thought you said we don't have money. So I told her, well, I was thinking of all the expenses that this is all going to bring and how we therefore will have no money. So that's how it is parenting, is you give it all to your children and they will enjoy, I hope, and grow and learn and make new friends. I hope they'll make good friends. That is my prayer. I wrote them a letter, my last letter before they leave. I always write to them, either handwritten or email, or just tell them I'm praying for them. And I hope that everything goes well for them. I hope everything goes well with us. I might have a candidate who will help me with the children. So there's some hope with that as well. I hope you all have a good week. I hope you all have a blessed Sabbath, a good weekend. May our trials not bring us down so much that we can't reach the hand of God. It is hard and it is lonely, but may we never feel so alone that we leave God alone and walk away from Him. He is there. And that is something I cling to throughout all the physical woes I have. Have, again, a good weekend. Be blessed and be kind. Be kind.
Have you ever heard the word recycle? Re means